Am I the a-hole for refusing to let my dad walk me down the aisle because he cheated on my mom? This is a story I never thought I'd have to tell, but here I am, questioning if I'm the bad guy for setting boundaries that feel necessary. 26F, am getting married next summer to the love of my life. It's supposed to be the happiest time of my life. Planning flowers, music, writing vows, laughing over cake tastings. But instead, I'm sitting here trying not to cry every time someone brings up my dad and that moment when he walks me down the aisle. Because, to be blunt, it's not happening. Let me take you back a few years. My family used to be solid. Not perfect, but solid. My dad was the classic family man to outsiders, grilling on weekends, coaching my brother's little league team, buying my mom flowers on their anniversary. We looked like a happy, close-knit family from the outside. But I now realize a lot of that was surface level. Because while we were living our lives, my dad was living another one, sneaking around behind my mom's back with a younger woman who worked under him. Let's call her Jenna. And here's the part that makes it sting even more. Jenna wasn't a stranger. She had been around our home. At dinners. At work events. She smiled in our faces. And while my mom welcomed her as a colleague and family acquaintance, she was sleeping with my dad. That's the kind of betrayal you don't just bounce back from. When it all came out, everything imploded. My mom was shattered. Like, I watched her cry on the kitchen floor, kind of shattered. She had been a stay-at-home mom for most of our lives and suddenly had to piece together a new life from nothing. Financially, emotionally, mentally. I saw her fade for a while, just going through the motions, but she still showed up for us, even when she had nothing left to give. Meanwhile, my dad moved out immediately, and within a month, he was living with Jenna, acting like nothing happened. No remorse. No apologies. Just silence and a new Facebook relationship status. So yeah, you could say I haven't exactly felt warm and fuzzy about him since. Over the years, he tried to stay in touch. Birthday messages. A couple of stiff lunches where he acted like we were friends. But it was clear he wanted a clean slate without ever owning up to what he did. And the few times I tried to talk about it, how hurtful it was, how betrayed I felt, he'd brush it off with "we all make mistakes," or "that's between me and your mom." Like it didn't affect the rest of us at all. Now here we are, wedding planning. Everything was going great until someone, probably my aunt, asked who would be walking me down the aisle. And I said, very naturally, my uncle. My uncle has been the guy for us since the divorce. He's my mom's older brother, and honestly, he stepped up in ways no one asked him to. He helped us move out of the house we grew up in, took me on college tours when my dad couldn't be bothered, came to my high school graduation, and even helped me buy my first car. He's been at every major moment since. When I picture someone walking me down the aisle, I picture him. But apparently my dad had other ideas. He heard about it from another relative and called me, all excited, talking about tuxedos and our big moment. And I just couldn't pretend. I told him, gently at first, that I had asked my uncle. I thought maybe he'd understand. Maybe it would sting, sure. But surely he'd reflect on why I made that choice. Nope. He absolutely blew up. Accused me of trying to erase him from my life, that I was still punishing him after all these years, that I was ungrateful and spiteful. He said some pretty nasty stuff before hanging up on me. And then Jenna decided to get involved. She sent me this long message, like a full essay, telling me how selfish and immature I was, how I was ruining the happiest day of my life by holding on to ancient history. She told me I was being vindictive, that I was humiliating my dad in front of the whole family, and that I needed to grow up and let love in. I didn't even respond. That would have been bad enough. But then other family members started weighing in. Some were telling me I'm being cruel, and that it's tradition for the father to walk the daughter. That I'll regret this when he's gone. Others are more neutral, but still pressuring me to make peace, for the sake of the day. One even said, "You're not marrying your past." But I am bringing my whole self into this marriage, including the parts of me that had to watch my mom break, because of the man who now wants a sentimental father-daughter moment. And that tradition? It's not just a photo op. It's symbolic. It's about being given away by someone who has loved and protected you. He failed at that. Period. My mom and siblings are 100% in my corner. My mom cried when I told her my uncle would walk me, happy tears. She said it was perfect and she was proud of me for standing my ground. My siblings told me I'm doing what feels right and that they'll stand by me no matter what. But I won't lie, this whole situation has shaken me. I keep wondering, am I being too harsh? Should I just let it go and give him the moment he wants, even if he didn't earn it? Is this just old pain blinding me? Or is this me standing up for the version of myself that stayed quiet for too long? So, am I the a-hole for refusing to let my dad walk me down the aisle? Or is this just me protecting my peace, even if it's uncomfortable for others?